Hi, hello everybody, it's William, welcome to my channel. This is a new series of video, and I call that a mini project. iOS mini project. And we're going to start by building a progress bar and continue to share with you guys more of the interesting projects. The reason for me to start this series of video is that I think the app development is when I look at my development career, I think that the most important lesson that I learned about app development is to modularize things. Okay, so when you develop a certain app, the most important thing is to sort of conceptualize the basic function that you want to build and sort of make that functionality into different module, and then you make different module, and of course you can dedicate your teams to different module, and it will greatly improve the development process. And then if you want to develop a new project, or if you get a new contract to get more projects working, you can reuse certain module that you already developed, you and your team developed previously, and sometimes the module can be reused. Okay, so it can greatly improve the developing efficiency, and that's the reason I started this mini project. So whether you are just a beginner the iOS development, or you just want to review or want to just improve your developing skill, I think this module is good for you. Okay, so this by the way, this all the thumbnail was drawn by me, and I also got another channel called Learn Digital Art, as well as Learn Music Free. This channel called Code with William Jamming. I'm William Jamming. Okay, so feel free to subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. So let's build a progress bar. So I already start a new project, and I call that progress bar mini project. By the way, we're using Swift as a programming language, of course, and we're using Swift UI. Okay, not storyboard, not not UI kit, but mainly most of the time, unless we want to achieve certain pretty complex thing, we're going to use Swift UI, unless some functionality have to be used in UI kit, something like that. Okay, so when you create that project, do be aware, choose the language to Swift and the interface to Swift UI. Okay, so the first thing when you get this sort of default file is I think I need to make the structure clear. Right now it's just some default generated file, and the content view is not so descriptive, so I'm going to change it. So there is a trick for you. You can use Control and click to holding Control and click it, and you can get a new series of options, and then you can rename it. This is a really convenient way to rename things. Okay, so in order to change it, pretty simple. Control, click, and refactor. It's just a fancy name for you to rename, or doing something that interesting. But I think 99% of the time I'm just using refactor to rename it. Okay, so rename, and it will find all the file that have the content view referenced, or just have content view in it, even though it's in the documentation. You can replace it. That is amazing functionality, that if you want to just bunch replace a certain thing, especially if you got a really big project, and you just want to rename something and replace something like that, and you can find everything inside the project and refactor it. So I'm going to use let's change that to maybe progress bar, because right now the mini project is all about progress. Sorry about that, it's just my keyboard. So progress bar, and since it's a view, so I might as well add a view at the end of it. So this is called the progress bar view. Okay, so I just change everything inside of it here to the progress bar view. And here is another useful tip for you. So once you change this a certain context, for example the content view to progress bar view, it will automatically change everything. That's used as default, but sometimes you want to leave something as it is. Okay, so you don't want to change a certain thing. So for example, I don't want to change the preview, and just click this button here, will just become unchanged. So sort of re-roll that back to content view. And if you want to say, hey, I just misclick that, I want to just change it as well, so I'm going to use this plus here, and we'll just go back to progress view. That's just some useful, helpful tip. Okay. And once you are satisfied with all these replacements, you can just click here, rename, and yeah, everything will be renamed. So pretty simple. Click it, and yeah, the content view become progress bar view, and the preview become a progress bar view as well. Okay, so yeah. And of course, the reference progress bar mini projects and progress bar view will be changed as well. So it's really convenient. And yeah, so once you replace that, you refactor it, everything should working pretty good. Everything just works fine. You don't need to worry about the rendering. Okay, and let's actually do something to let the progress bar to show. So I'm going to delete all these paddings as well as the VStack. So just delete all this structure. So if you don't know the layer of this VStack, you just double click this curly bracket, and we just select everything. And of course, if you want to delete everything, you can just delete this padding as well. So yeah, I just got some view, and inside of it we got nothing left, and that is perfect because I'm going to use a progress view. So progress and the progress view. Okay, so basically the progress view is just a progress view, and I already shared that in my other tutorial. If you can't remember this, you don't need to remember everything. Okay, so you can just yeah, using click and drag and adding this certain say you just vaguely remember a certain name, a certain functionality, and you want to add it, you can just search pro and get your progress view, and you can just add that here. And yeah, and I think I need to pause it a little bit. If my memory serves me correct, it's because this is a live mode, so it's just a live rendering of the what's shown on the left. So what I'm going to do is change that to selectable. So right here we got a small icon, selectable. So yeah, this will be a selectable area that you can add things. So let me just add this progress view. Okay, so I'm going to add it here, so we get a progress view. Okay, and yeah, I think previously we can yeah, pretty strange. Where is it? Here. So I think can I just got it here, so maybe just delete everything, and progress view, can I just click and drag beauty here? Yeah, we can't do that, so it's not like the storyboard. So yeah, so just to click and drag at the left. Okay, so yeah, yeah, my memory does not work correctly. I Yeah, in a storyboard we can do that. So maybe if you're watching this video and you are at the newer version of Xcode, you may be able to do that, or maybe there's some area that I haven't discovered yet. But yeah, just a click and drag, and you can get this type out automatically for you. You don't need to remember everything; just have a vague idea. And yeah, for example, if you want to add say a certain image view, and I don't know how to do that, you just search. I want to add an image, or ask ChatGPT for that, or any other artificial intelligence, and then you can add it here. And yeah, that looks pretty brilliant, right? The default one would just automatically give you a progress view and got a value of 0.5. So basically, the 0.5 is like a default percentage. So 0.5 means half percentage. But that if you want to customize it, you can change that to 0.1. Okay, and if it's live, you can change automatically. Selectable can also change, but I think live is give you better rendering results, especially you got some logic behind it. And but if you want to better reaction time, you can use selectable. Okay, and of course 90% of it you can just change that. And of course, here's another one. If you want to say fully customize it, you can add in value as well as total to it. So value, say right now is it's like it's a I don't know, maybe 86% of 100%. You can say value of 86, and we got the total of 100, 1,000 maybe. Yeah, sorry, I just missed type edit. Yeah, so maybe 100, and we got exactly 86% of the progress. Okay, and you can even add to 1,000, so it just become 8.6%. And yeah, and of course this will just out of your indicated. Okay, and maybe 46. Yeah, so you can fine tuning all that too. Yeah, for example, I can get multiple progress view, and yeah, and you can fine tuning that to 46. Okay, I can get even more, so you can compare. Okay, this is a great way to just play around with the code, and you can see for yourself. I'm going to fine tuning all that, but you got an idea. Just want to show you the how fine tuning that you can get the progress bar. Okay, so yeah, so far so good. Okay, once we've finished the progress view, the basic progress view, we can add a little bit design to this mini project. So, yeah, let me just get my pen out. Okay, so we got this. Yep. Just do something like this. Okay, so because I just hover over this app and using the shortcut the same as the drawing software, so it was just showing something weird. Don't worry, just solve that problem. Okay, so yeah, so basically if you are building an app, you need to add in design. So we already know the V stacks, the Z stacks, the H stack. Okay, so just a three-dimensional thing. Okay, so yeah, nothing too fancy, but we can add something more interesting by combining these three stacks, and yeah, but then adding all this progress bar as well as some maybe some tags that can change according to the progress bar. So the basic functionality would be how much of the progress right now. So for example, you fine tuning all this value. So for example, from 1 to say 100, typical 100%, and you really want the user to know how much progress that that the user is experiencing. So for example, the progress 18.8 to 18.9 really make a difference. So you want to show the exact number, you can do that. Okay, so let's start adding a little bit of design to it. So first, a big layout will be a horizontal layout. So everything will be horizontally. So for example, the progress bar will be like here, and you're adding some of the tags here. So this will be a percentage experienced, the percentage that have passed, and this will be the total percentage, or maybe the percentage remains, and there will be the total percentage that maybe some estimated time. Okay, something like that. Okay, so yeah, let's just do that. So I'm going to wrap all these parts into a V stack, because that will be the big stack that everything will be in, because I just deleted the V stack. So let's add some V stack again. So in order to embed it, we can use a simple shortcut. And I've seen a lot of developer, even say 3 or 5 years of experienced developer, does not know this trick, which is you can use Xcode to automatically embed things rather than just use this manual embedding. I've seen a lot of developers do the manual embedding, and to be honest, it can be do, because it's like the old way of doing things, but it can get pretty messy pretty quickly, especially if you got a pretty complex design and you don't know where your embedding is. So my suggestion for you is to select things that you want to embed, and then using the command, holding the command, and hover your mouse over it and click it. Okay, so previously we used so refactor, something like that, but right now we're going to use embed. Okay, so we can embed in H stack, V stack, and Z stack, and in this case we're going to embed in H stack, because we want to do that. Sorry, not H stack but V stack vertically. So let's manually change it. Okay, and so in embed it's just one progress view, and then I'm going to cut it and put everything in here. Okay, so it's just one way of doing things, and of course if you are not satisfied with the result, you can just do that again by holding Control and click and embed it. So embed, where is it? Embed it in a vertical scan. Okay, so then you just copy and paste it here. So we got multiple vertical stack, and of course you can get say 3 in a horizontal stack. So let's try that, shall we? So let's select multiple things and embed that in a H stack, and select this too. Here, okay, so we can get 3 horizontal progress view stuck here, and the rest we just lay in the vertical scan. And yeah, that's just one shortcut of doing it. But we don't need that progress view, and I think Xcode sort of defaults in just embedded one view in one stack. Okay, so As you can see, if you select multiple view and you want to embed all that in a certain stack, it won't work. You have to do that manually. Okay, so yeah, that's a shame, to be honest. So if you select multiple progress view, want to embed that in say horizontal stack, won't work. Just embed one and you have to do that manually. Okay, so the purpose of all the selection, even though it's just embedded one view, is that once you have done that, the Excel will automatically embed the first thing that you selected into a edge stack or V stack, but the rest of the view that you want to embed will also be selected, so it becomes easier for you to just choose the rest of it and put it inside of a certain stack. Okay, so yeah, so for example, if I want to cut it and put it here, I can do that. Okay, so I got a lot of progress view at here. Okay, so yeah, but typically we don't need that much of the view, so just delete it. I'm just going to leave one here. Okay, so, and of course this one will not be inside of the edge stack, so I'm going to just leave everything out. Okay, so we just got just one progress view here, and then I'm going to add in some tags. Okay, so for example, I want to add the percentage that have already passed, and some percentage that yeah, haven't the person haven't experienced. So I'm going to add in a so this is inside the VStack, and inside the VStack, let's add that. Yeah, let's use embedding first. But my personal favorite is just adding the stack first and then adding the content. But yeah, things yeah, we just share with you guys the embedding technique. So let's add in content first. So let's add a text saying we can add a certain string here. Say the percentage that percentage passed, okay, or percentage experience progress, current progress. Right. Let me use current progress percentage, and say that will be let me just use some dummy data. Okay, so the current progress is something like this, and I'm going to copy that, and what is left, maybe what is left, okay, progress, just delete progress, just make it think text correct. So that will be a 47 57, sorry, so adding up to 100%. So yeah, that's a good way of doing it. And of course you can put all that in a same stack, so you can select it and control click, embed all that in a I think maybe a horizontal, so it's the edge stack, and I'm going to copy and paste it here, so you can say current progress and what is left. Okay, and right now it's a sort of stacked together, so I can add a spacer. So basically the spacer is just automatically adjust the space between these two, so adding a little blank area, and it's sort of separated, and yeah. Okay, I'm pretty satisfied with the text, but it's a little bit boring, so I'm going to add some SF image to it. So if you don't know, the SF image is Apple's default system default image that Apple provide for developers to use. It's sort of consistent with Apple's design, and you can sort of find 99% of the icon or image, or just simplified things that you want to use. So it become pretty easy, especially for the indie developers who does not have any of the design tool to use. Okay, so yeah. So if you haven't downloaded that, you can download that from Apple's website. I'll bring that website for you. Okay, so yeah, let me just give you the SF symbol. So I use Google to search SF symbol, and here we are. SF symbol. Yeah. Right now it's just updated to SF symbol 5, and we get a lot of amazing animation and all this cool stuff. You can just download it. I already downloaded it, and yeah. So let's just use it. First, if you download that, you can search SF. Yeah, just the app, and once you open it, it will give you something like this. Okay, and you can search, and of course you can update it and get all this amazing animation. Right now we're just using just a static icon, because I don't want to overcomplicate things, because it's not the point of this series. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is to find a interesting symbol that represents the current progress as well as what is left. So let's maybe editing. Yeah, it can be maybe not. Maybe let me just search progress. Okay, we don't have any progress, but maybe some bar. Yeah, we got a bar, barometer. Yeah. Chart, bar, or maybe time. Maybe time, something. Okay, time lapses. This is really good, and we can get more information. For example, the compatibility of all that. You can click here, and of course, you can change it as well. So you can use this different rendering. The background, the default, the dark background, something like that. You can change that and see the results as well. I think the timer will be a pretty good way. Yeah, time and time remains. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. So if you want to use it, you can just copy. Okay, so you can copy the symbol, or copy the name, or copy the image. Okay, so I'm going to copy his name. Okay, so it's just a timer. Okay, and so all that, I think if you get the right version, it should be all embedded at a default system image. So for example, if you want to use this timer, you can just copy and paste it. This timer does not recognize this timer, so what I'm going to do is to adding that system image as a label. So maybe just add before it. Okay, so before it, and I'm going to add a label, and inside of a label I'm going to say that yeah, a certain thing. Okay, so current progress. Yeah, maybe just to add at the end of it, adding the label, because the current progress, and that will be using label to represent the current progress, and that will be a certain percentage. In this case, it's the 43%. Okay, and then some text. The system image will be a timer. Okay, so finger crossed, it will just give you a pretty good result. Sorry, I think I need to wrap that side of the string. And yeah, the timer just got here, timer, and we got a 43. Yeah, maybe not so good. Maybe I need to go that before, and of course you can just leave it blank. Okay, you can just leave everything blank. And we have to add something, so maybe just using this, so it's just blank. So we got nothing, and let's add a 47% here. Okay, and of course you can add another label here. Let me just copy that label, and then we can add a clock here. Maybe add that before will be a good way of showing the icon. Yeah, and of course you want to change that to a different style. So what is left? Maybe timer dot circle. You can just copy the name, and you can change this timer to timer dot circle, and we just change that to timer dot circle. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty decent, but I usually don't use this progress view because it's a little bit blank and too small to have some significant design impact. Yeah, let's change the shape of this progress, so it got more impact. So before we do anything fancy about this progress bar, for demonstration purpose, I'm going to add a data string that will change over time, so you can see it more clearly, and you can compare these two design. One is a more fancy, the bar kind of thing, like a pie chart, not a bar, sorry. And the one is a progress bar kind of thing. I think it's a little bit boring. I like the dialing phone, or sort of a pie chart kind of thing. Okay, so you just bear with me if you know what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. Let me just adding a state which will serve as a changing variable. Okay, so if you don't know what state is, you can look at my Learn Swift the Hard Way series, just completely free, at my YouTube page. Basically, just if you want something to change, you can use state to do that. Okay, so state, and I'm going to use a private var to do that. So state private var, and I'm going to say that will be a progress amount. Okay, progress amount, and basically start with 0, and I'm going to set a timer to add that up gradually. So I'm going to initialize a timer to do the hard work. Sorry, and that timer. Timer will be using this timer to do that. So timer dot publish. So if you don't know what that is, don't worry. It's just I'm going to use other people's code, which is the code for timer, and I'm going to publish that timer using auto connect to automatically connect this. So if you don't know, I give you guys the reference. Okay, so I think it's here, auto connect. So a publisher which automatically connect to its upstream connectable publisher. So basically, if you want to use timer and just well, avoid all the hassle, you use that. Okay. Yeah, let me just close that. Just bear with me a little bit longer, and you can see the result. And I promise you, the result will be amazing. So every interval, so for example, I'm going to update that. Maybe open y, and round loop, main loop, dot main, and in mode. Let's just use this common mode. So dot common, and I'm going to use auto connect to connect it. So auto connect, and we already initialize the timer. So every time I want to update this progress view, I'm going to use this amount. Okay, so let's add something to the progress bar. Okay, so I'm going to say that progressing, something like that. I don't know whether it's a word. So progressing. Okay, and then adding value. Instead of just using a certain magic number, so for example 43, to it, I'm going to use the progress amount. So because the progress amount is changed constantly by the timer, so I'm going to just use that. So the value will be progress amount, which is a variable that I can change, and the total will be 100. So yeah, then I'm going to receive that. So I'm going to dot on receive publisher. Okay, so on receive, I'm going to receive the timer to do that. So it's a little bit messy, so I'm going to delete. Yeah, maybe delete that. I'm going to do that manually. So on receive timer. Okay, and then I'm going to add condition, because if the amount is more than 100, that will be sort of an outflow, data outflow. So I'm going to add, say, if the progress amount is less than 100, I'm going to adding that. So I'm going to add the progress amount, add that by 1. Okay, I'm going to do that slowly. Okay, so yeah, cannot convert value void expect argument. Okay, so let's quickly check. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to add a placeholder to it. So yeah. So as you guys can see, as long as I finish all that, the right side will just get a automatic rendering. Okay, so progress and just automatically, yeah. Let me just rerun that. Let me just rerun that. So progressing and adding one at a time, and gradually it will just be 100, because it updates that every 0.1 seconds. And every update, I'm going to update the progress amount by 1, so adding up to 100 pretty quickly. Okay, and of course I can change the current progress, this sort of a magic number that is the fixed number here. I can use this variable to represent that as well. So in Swift, if you would like to adding a variable to a string, or you're going to use a string interpolation, which will be just to use escape characters and tell the Xcode that, hey, I'd like to add something special in the string, that you are going to update that data according to whatever I said. Okay, so right now it's a 47. I'm going to say that the progress will be escape character, and that escape character is pretty special. It's it's a slash, but it's sort of backwards, and adding the brackets, and the variable will be progress amount. Adding that, yeah, so as you guys can see, data is currently updating. Okay, this looks pretty brilliant. And let me move that and make that pretty slow. Okay, so maybe 0.01. Can I do that? Yeah, so it's progressing pretty slowly. I think I can even get a more extreme. So 0.0001. Can I do that? Yeah, I can even do that. That's brilliant. And the update will be 0.001. Maybe just make it a little bit quicker. So the updating pretty insanely, and that's pretty good. Okay, so yeah, it's like it's processing a pretty hard problem and updating things, and yeah, let me just leave it here. And of course you can using one minus all that and add what is left. Okay, so I'm going to add escape character and say that will be 1 minus that progress amount. So yeah, you can get the what is left. Okay, because the amount is constantly changing, so it's maybe not so good to put all that in the edge stack. Maybe V stack. So let's change the layout and V stacks. Okay, I add spacer, so maybe just delete the spacer. Yeah, and yeah, pretty interesting, and maybe not so small update, so I can see the progress much quicker. Yeah, so yeah, you got an idea. And yeah, so yeah, I already added the dummy data and how to update the progress bar. But as I said, we haven't solved the problem of a boring layout of the progress bar. I seldom use that because it's not so elegant. It's just a pretty thin progress bar. So if you want to add in more, you can use a selectable to do that. So you can use selectable and change it. Okay, you can change this progress view, but you can tackle this problem in another way, which will be completely change the progress view. Okay, so yeah, so I think this video is already pretty long, so yeah, maybe I'm going to pause here. I tend to make my video shorter and bite-sized, and yeah, so yeah, a little like the what's gonna happen next. Okay, so in the next video, I think I'm going to show you guys how to customize the progress view in a more traditional way, because I seldom use the progress view because it's not a good for our sort of elegant rounded design. I tend to add a more rounded design to my app. First is the traditional classic progress view, and the other is I'm going to add a sort of a pie chart, sort of a percentage progress, and that will not be a progress bar per se. But that's one of my personal favorites. So in the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Okay, so thank you all you guys for watching, and this is a new series of a mini project video that I want to share with you guys. And the best way, by the way, is really important for me. The best way to support me, as you guys can see, I'm a really small YouTuber, and I'm struggling to make a living here. So the best way to support me is to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumb up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.